All right, checking out the laundromat on a Friday, which means we'll be collecting quarters, seeing how much is there. We're gonna check and see how clean everything is because we have a few cleaners now. But again, it doesn't really look like even with that, everything is getting done like it should be. I feel like that Reddick Envoy was over here before and there was someone sleeping in that a few weeks ago. We put a sticker on it, they're gone. They might be back. We had another person in here this week who went in the bathroom for an hour and wouldn't leave. I came over here, called the police, had a small encounter with him. Yeah, it's not very clean at all. And we're here fairly early, which means it should be clean. So you can always check the cameras and see what's going on with that. Another weird thing we had was, you know, I bought cleaning supplies for the place and some of them had disappeared, like my Swiffer. And text the cleaner and then they didn't say anything, but it came back. So I'm guessing they took it home with them and who knows if they're using it for other jobs or different things, but it is back now. Okay. All right, well, we'll see how we did this week. I feel like it was pretty busy, so maybe we'll have a record, maybe not. We'll check the change machine and see how much we have here. There was $9.66 over the weekend, which is a little less than normal. This is after 2 days. It's not awful. 2 days of quarters being gone. This will be all the cash for Monday through Friday. Again, this is not really profit, but it is the cash I take home, and the quarters just keep getting recycled. But eventually we usually do have more quarters come in than go out, so we'll have an excess of quarters every 3 months or so that we take into the bank. So we'll count that up. It's okay, not a massive amount, but it's okay. And then see how much we had for the week, fill those up, and then check the machines. All right, we're checking the first machine. That might be a little less than last week, but you never know which ones will have the most in them. Sometimes it's the front, sometimes it's the back, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes it's none of them and it's an awful week. We haven't had any really bad weeks for a while. I should knock on some wood somewhere here. But these are okay, not amazing. Here we go. These might be a little less than last week too. But I felt like over the weekend I collected more from the front machines because I do that twice, or they get too full. So maybe people are just using the front machines this week. And these were pretty full last week too, so maybe they just like to use, well, yeah, that's pretty good. That's okay. And then we'll check this. That might be a little light from last week too. We're also here a little earlier than normal, so that makes a difference because Friday I feel like is a pretty, I forgot again. Oh, that's really light. Friday is usually a pretty busy day, but people come in the afternoon. And if I'm here early, then I miss, you know, quite a bit of money that comes in. But then for the next week, especially if I come later the next week, that should make that week better. So we'll see. I usually don't come in at the same times or have a schedule or anything like that. That one's a little heavier. Say, some of those were pretty light too. But that one was better. That one's a little better. I'm starting to lose confidence in hitting another record. Oh, that's pretty good. That's actually the heaviest I've felt that box in a while. So maybe, like I said, people use different machines different weeks. Maybe these were the popular machines this week. Yeah. And these are bigger boxes than the other ones. So even though they might look emptier than the other ones, they are heavier and hold quite a bit. Oh, air door. That one has an air door all the time. And these are Horizons. These white machines here are basically the same size as these hits. But boy, these Horizons give us tons of problems. Oh, that one's off. Why is that one off? What is going on with that? Unless, oh, different key. Well, there's still quite a bit in there. One of my old cleaners did say she might have turned one of these off because it had an error. But you got, oh, that's not even in there. That wasn't, I don't know if you guys saw that. That wasn't, but it was full. Oh, you see that? Okay. Let me hear, I'll use the wrong key. And see, oh no, now it's in there good. Okay. I just gotta be really careful that that one's in there right. And that one isn't, oh no. That one's ready to go. Like if you start it, it'll work. That's odd. We'll see if this person is going to the laundromat or not. Our signs have definitely helped, but once in a while people still try and park there and go to the DMV. But he's going to the back of his truck, which is usually a good sign. It has laundry in there and not. Yeah, see, that works. So odd how these just stop working all the time. And it's not like they're stopping right away. They will work for like a week or longer, and then all of a sudden have issues. These are my biggest and best machines in front, and someone walked in again. But we'll see how much these have in them. I don't think there was that much in my other machines, but that looks better than last week. Like I said, the weekend looked better than the weekend before, and that looks a little better too. But last week we didn't have quite as much money in these big machines as I feel like we normally do. But maybe this week will be a good week. We'll see what this one has. Oh yeah, that's quite a bit. That's definitely more than last week. So that will be nice to see, and maybe it will push us up in the sales range. We'll see what we end up having here at the end. I think there's a little more than that one too. So we'll count that all up. We are counting the front washers first, and today I was working on speed, so I was trying to do this as fast as I possibly could and got it done pretty quick. So I was pretty proud of myself. Or I just sped up the video, one of the two. But these are the front washers. I think we had like 1,600 quarters from them last week. And so we'll see how many, maybe 1,700 in that range. But it was looking pretty good. I definitely think my bucket was fuller than last week. Oh yeah, definitely gonna blow by last week for the front machines. 1,900, over 2,000 from the front machines. So that was really good. Then we'll just put in the rest of the washers here and see what our total is. Last week we had just below 5,000 total quarters, just above $1,200. And this machine is a champion and works so much better than my other one. There's 4,000 quarters. That used to be my ultimate goal back in the day. Let's see if we can get to 5. Oh, so close, like 49.48. So almost 5. All right, we'll check the dryers now. Let's see what we got. Nobody used that one this time. We got used quite a bit last time. Wasn't a bad start. Not bad. Oh no. Dropping quarters on the floor. Try to be tricky. Kind of like trying to hit a flop shot in golf when you don't need to. Alright. So someone walked in right when I was doing this. So I switched over to my mic, but some of these boxes seemed really, really full, and some didn't. So we'll see what it ends up being, but it definitely wasn't awful. You know, we've had a couple, I feel like one awful week every month for a while, and we haven't had one for a while, so that's good. So maybe that's a turning point, but we're still waiting for that really good big week to kind of break through this plateau. And, you know, at some point we might run into a issue where the laundromat's too busy, there's too many people there, there's a bottleneck. We aren't there yet. There's definitely times where there's few people there. It's very rare that it's 100% full and busy, sometimes on the weekends, but there's definitely room for more people. So I'm hoping we can just continue to get these sales up, and maybe in the fall that will help too, because again, I've heard before that the summer is slow for laundromats, but we've been doing pretty good. So maybe our trend is up, it's just the time of year makes it seem like we're stagnant. So we'll keep going, see what all this adds up to, and then hopefully keep increasing sales as well. One more box, sorry. And yeah, those weren't bad, so that could be decent for dryer money. I did not speed this one up. I mean, I decided to go slower on this one, just because it's a lot fewer quarters, and it won't take nearly as long to do the dryers. So I think last week we had 1,600 in that range somewhere. So we'll see how close we get to that, or maybe we'll beat that. Get all those quarters dumped in there. Over 1,000 right there. There's still a lot in there. 1,200. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice, I think 1774, so I think that's more than last week as well. Now, of course, we'll check the vending machine, see what we've got in there. These can be up and down too. We've been getting around $40 to $50 in a good week from the snack machine, vending machine. And there are some snacks that are getting a little bit lower, so people are getting some snacks at least. And we'll see what's in there. And I can tell by how heavy that is, it's hard to see. I don't think that's as much as we have been having recently. So there's some money in there, but not a ton. Now the pop machine, it's actually been doing really good. It had a lot of money in there last week. It was all around everywhere, like someone was shaking the machine. Probably the guy who we caught in the laundromat bathroom who wouldn't leave, who we'll show you here in a little bit. But all the money's where it's supposed to be in here. And so much Sprite is gone. I just keep reloading my Sprite, and it's gone every week. And that's a lot. That might be more than the vending machine. I'm sorry, the snack machine, which almost never happens. Here's soap machine, and there's quite a bit of soap gone. So that's a good sign as well. We'll see what is in the coin trays here. Of course, I dropped my key on the floor because it broke like every single time. Someday I'll remember to fix that, just like someday I will remember to fix that laundry drawer, which I did not do today again. And I don't really know for sure if I have an extra part to that. I just always forget to look for it because I get distracted with everything else going on. But that's not bad. I don't think it's quite as much as I thought it was going to be, but we'll count it up anyway and see what we've got there. So we're doing the soap first, and we'll see what's in there. $120, which is okay. Isn't that what, 25? No, 30? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is the vending. Not quite done yet. 106 from the. That wasn't very good. And then we'll see what is in pop machine, and people can use dimes and nickels on that, so they're spewing out all over the place. I just estimate those. I don't go to the bother of counting them. Oh, 174 plus a couple more dollars at least in other change too. So that was, again, another good week from the pop machine. So apparently people just love Sprite. Here is what happened during the week. I had some customers call me, say there's a guy who went in the bathroom and wouldn't come out for over an hour. I came over, knocked, he wouldn't do anything. I said, call the cops. Called the cops, and then he came out after that. He was not a fun, nice person either. It took a while to get him to leave. He kept asking me who I was, what right I had. I said, I own the laundromat. He called me a liar and all kinds of names and different stuff. I'm like, I own the laundromat. And he claimed that he needed proof. And I'm like, you don't need proof, just leave. And I think the only reason he really left was because I was on the phone with the police right then. And then he finally did leave after a while. He had just gotten kicked out of Vasa, which is in the same parking lot, which is a gym. And the police knew who he was. So even though he left, the police didn't get there in time to see him. They issued a trespassing order against him. And they said they still need to tell him about it. But if he comes back to the laundromat, I can call them, they'll come right away. So we'll see. But always fun and games in real estate and business world. All right, here is our sales chart. And I wish it was doing better at the end. It's fine. But I keep waiting for that big week to happen. And it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it does happen. Hopefully I don't say this 5 years from now and I'm still just waiting. I don't think I would wait that long. I think we would make some changes, figure some stuff out if that was the case. But you can see that plateaus we had before were kind of similar, and I was kind of like just wondering if that's where we're going to be stuck at. Then we had a huge week, broke through it, kept seeing our sales go up, and so that was good to see. So again, we're still doing good. We're doing better than we were. We're very consistent, as you'll see here in just a second, but we didn't break a record this week. There is our, nope, sorry, not there yet. There is our number right there, 1783. So it's a little higher than last week. The washers are a little higher than last week. The dryer's a little higher. Soap and vending was actually down, but is that reading right? Hold on. I mixed up my snacks and pop. So it says pop 26. That should be 46. Vending should be 26. So the totals are still correct. We just had a slight mix up there. So I went and fixed that. It'll be right next time. You can't even really see those numbers very well because they're so small. Anyway, we had more vending sales last week. So if we would have had that same amount, we'd be over 1,800 again. So hopefully, like I said, we keep doing better and better and better. We break through this plateau soon and it just keeps going higher. We'll see. In the meantime, hopefully we don't have too much drama. A lot of people said, oh, you need a full-time staff. You got to have people there. That's why, someone's in there using your bathroom. There's a couple different options we can do there. One, if we had a full-time person there, we would lose money. There's just no reason to do that. There's no need to do that unless you had wash and fold service. If you want wash and fold service, you're adding on a whole new business, lots more management, and there's really no space for us to do wash and fold. The last owners did wash and fold, and what they did is they blocked off the whole back area blocked off for the machines, blocked off the bathroom where the pop machine is, where the snack machine would be. All that was just their area to do wash and fold. So I think it really cut into the business for regular laundromat people, and they even told me that too. And then is a massive amount of work. I'm not going to do wash and fold, but hiring people. A lot of the wash and fold places now do delivery too. I'm not buying a van. I'm not going to take on liability of someone driving to do laundry at this point, right? Maybe if we had better facilities, we're going crazy, had a bunch of laundromats, maybe we'd look into it. But it just doesn't set up well in this space right now. Maybe if the DMV moves out and I'm able to expand and make it way bigger, awesome. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. We're not putting on any additions to the building, I know that. So that's where we stand as far as staffing, as far as this laundromat. And yeah, it actually, you know, you could get a door, a vending door that takes quarters too, where people have to pay to use the bathroom. We could do that. I think they're like $300 or something to get one like that. We could just lock the door and not let anybody use it. I hate to do that, but there's some different options we have. And honestly, but this incident didn't cost us any money. It cost me a little bit of time, but I needed to go to the laundromat anyway that day, and I was planning to go that day. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So to spend, you know, thousands of dollars a month on a full-time person to prevent things that don't really cost us money isn't that big of a deal. Does it make the other customers uncomfortable? I don't think they were uncomfortable. I think some of them wanted to use the bathroom and they're frustrated at that. But the guy wasn't, you know, threatening them or being belligerent to them or anything like that. And if there is someone like that, they know to call the police, call me, etc. And they just called me because he wouldn't get out of the bathroom. So again, unfortunately, it's part of owning laundromats is having that issue. And if you watch other laundromat YouTubers, they have that issue too. And if they ever visit other laundromats in town, you'll literally have homeless people living in the laundromat, and not a very good situation. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll make sure that people know, hey, you can't just hang out here all the time. We will show up. We will tell you to leave. We will call the police. And hopefully that helps deter it too. All right. Let us know what you think. Of course, we'll be back for more. And hope you enjoyed the video.